Everyone, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to build your own AI art generator from scratch, including the business logic. So this is how our finished project would look like. All the images which you can see, we have generated with the help of AI. So that's all we're going to explore one by one, that how we can design such an amazing interface, including the business logic, how we can write the prompt. That's all I'm going to show you in this particular video. So the very first section we have in our application, when anybody comes to the home page, this is what exactly they will see in the home page. We have the navigation bar, we have the logo, and we have different menus. So user can go to different pages like generate page, history, like, and account. Then we have this profile section. I'm already logged into the application, so you can see my email ID. You can see how many credits I have, because if anybody wants to create images, they have to buy credit, because initially we are providing 3 free credits. So this much credit I have, they can buy it, or they can simply log out from the application, which will do that. So this is how our hero section would look like. You can see the logo, you can display the model which you are using, and here we have the search bar where user can simply type and search all the images generated by different users. So all the images which you can see, that's all generated by different user. You can simply click here and you can able to have the details. You can simply copy the prompt, you can copy the URL of the image, you can open in here, and you can able to see the details that who exactly created this, what model we have used, because in this project we are using 2 different models, V3 and V2. So user can switch between the models. You can see the ratio, you can see the quality, you can see the style type, and you can see the creator. If you want to download, you can simply click on this and you can download that. If you want to delete, you can simply click on this and you can delete. If you want to unlike, you can simply unlike and it will be unlike, but I want to like it. So here we have liked this. So that's how we can find the details about the image. So if I want to open this one, I can able to see all the details. I can see this looks good. I can click here, I can see the huge prompt, and I can explore and I can do that. This is how we can explore about the images. Now let's come back to the search bar. If I want to filter any particular image, I can do that very easily. For example, I want to find about the flying. So I'll type flying and it's going to simply filter. So it's going to filter it out and it's going to give me all the images which has this flying keyword in it. So that's how we can use this filter. Now comes the interesting part. You can see we have different tabs here because we have different ratio image we are allowing user to generate. So we can generate in the form of reel, YouTube, or Instagram. So if you click on this YouTube, you will see that these many images we have generated for YouTube because it has a different ratio. If you go to the Instagram, you will find that this is the image we have generated with the Instagram. So we have different ratio and different sizes we are providing. Looks good. And now comes to the model. So if you click here, you will find that currently we are activated V3 model, but you can switch the model. So if I come back here, we have different model V2. So if you click on this, it's going to reload the page and it's going to give you all the images which is created by V2 model. So currently our V2 model is active and you can see this is the image we have created with the help of V2 model. So if I click on this, it's going to give you the detail. So it's the old version. That's why you can see the image is little distorted, and you can see that because in V2 model we can generate up to 5 images. So you can see all the images we have generated with the help of this V2 model. You can see that, and you can simply click to download whichever you want to download, or you can simply like it, and we have liked it. So this is the image we have generated. If you go to the YouTube and if you come back to the Instagram, this is what we have generated here. You can able to see and explore all the images we have generated with the help of V2. Because in the V3 we can only generate 1, but in V2 we can generate up to 5. So that's how V2 model looks like. So let's come back in and let's switch back to V3 because that's the advanced one we have. And that's all the images we have generated with the help of V3. So that's how things will look like in the home page. Now come back to the generator. If I click here, I can see this is where you will land, and you can able to give your prompt. You can give the tag. You can select the model which you want to use for generating the art. If you select V2 model, it's going to give you a couple of options. So you can select number of images which you want to generate. So you can select by this. You can pick the ratio. So we have 3 different ratio which we are allowing. So you can go with any ratio and allow the user to generate the image which we'll use. So let's come back to the V3, and in V3 we have little more option. So it's give you the style tab, that which type of styles you want to generate, like vivid or natural. So you can pick that. You can go with the different sizes like reel, Instagram post, or YouTube. So these 3 options you will have. So let's generate with this help. So I'll select this one, click here, select this vivid, or you can simply go here. There's no problem in that, but I will go with this one because this one is more futuristic type of look you will have. Then I will go with this one. Once I have done the selection, now I have to give my prompt and tag. So this is the prompt which I have generated with the help of ChatGPT, and it's about future space, and I have to give the tag. So I'll say man space. You can give as many tags as you want, there is no problem in that. And now you have to click on this generate, and it's going to activate our AI model. You can see we have a beautiful loader which generating the image at the background, and once the generation will complete, you're going to have your image. So just give some time. And finally, we have generated our image. This is the prompt which I have typed, and this is what we have got as an output. It looks beautiful. I talked about the space, man, and some kind of futuristic look, and that's what exactly I have got. If I want to download it, I can simply download it, and if I want to like this image, I can simply like it. I can click on this like, and I have liked this one. You can close this one. So reload the page. Now you can come back here, and here you will find all the images which you have generated. So this is the YouTube images. That's all you will find. If you click on the reels, here you will find all the images which you have generated for reels. So if you go all the way down, this is the one which I have generated. If you can click here, and you're going to have the details about the images. So that's beautiful tab system we have built here. If you come back here on the top, we have the Instagram. You can click here, and you can see the image we have generated with the help of for Instagram. So that's also you can explore. So this is how anybody can come and generate the images. Looks good. So we have seen the V3 model. Now let's look at the V2 model. So we can click here, and from here we have to select the number of images we want to generate. So the maximum limit is 5, because if you go beyond that, it's going to create a problem, and it will take too many requests in the backend in the API. So we'll select number 4, and I want to go with the ratio is this one. And here I have to give the prompt. So this time I will give the same prompt which I have copied, and I have going to save the same tag. So I'll say black man space. You can type as many prompts as you can give the tag. Now you can simply click on this generate, and this time we are using V2 model for generating our image. So this process will take a little bit time. Just wait, because it's going to generate 4 images for us. And here you can see we got our images. It's generated these beautiful images. It's give you 4 images, so you can click and you can go to different images which generated by our AI model, and you can simply select and download it. You can copy the prompt, and you can able to have more details about this, or you can simply like this particular model, the image we have generated. So we got it. Simply reload the page, and you will see the image will reflect here. So this is the one we have generated earlier. You can simply go to the tabs. This is the one we have generated just now, and you can see Instagram. So I'll come back here, select here, and you can able to see the images generated beautifully. This looks absolutely incredible. So that's how we can generate the image with the help of our AI model. I hope you guys have understood. The V3 model is quite futuristic, and it's absolutely amazing. Now what I will do is, you have seen that how you can generate it. Now let's come back to the history, and here you will find all the images which you're going to generate. So currently V3 model is active. That's why you can able to see all the images we have generated with the help of V3 model. So you can see this is the dog, fish. So all the art which you will generate, that's all is going to reflect here, not anybody else. Like in the home page, you will find all the user will generate, but in the history page, you will find you can go to different tab, different model, and you can check, or you can do the filtration as well. So you can type fly, and you can able to do the filtration. So that's what we have here. So that's how our history page would look like. Now if you come back to the like, here you will find all the images which you have liked. So that's all going to be reflect here. So if I come back to the home page, and if I want to like any particular image, so I'll go with this one. So I'll simply click here, like it. If I click on this like, it's going to like it. And now if I come back here in the like page, you will see that image will reflect here. So this is the image, we got it, we just liked it. If you want to unlike any image, you can do that. All the images are beautiful. So let's do with this one. You can simply click unlike, and you have unlike the image. Now if you reload the page, you will see this data is gone. So every single thing is dynamic, and it's real time. So that's how our like page would look like. So that's what we have in the like page. Now if you come back to the account page, here you will find all the different plans which we are selling. So you can see we are selling 3 different plans: Max, Pro, and Starter. In the Max plan, they can have up to 500 images they can generate. In the Pro plan, they can generate up to 300, and the Starter plan they can generate up to 50. So if anybody wants to buy credit, you can see that currently I have this much credit in my account. So if I want to buy like more credit, I can simply click on this buy credit. It will take me to the Stripe payment gateway. So here we are in our payment provider Stripe, and this is the image and the description I have given. I hope this is the logo you guys are familiar with. Then I have to simply give the email. So I'll call it the chain coders. That's the one I will select. I will select the name. So I'll say Daulat Hussain. I have to pick the credit card. So we are using the test one. So this is the card number which you have to type 424242. And for the CVC, you can give any number, like make sure to be into the futures. And for the CVC, you have to say 123. And you have to give the card holder name. So I'll say Daulat. And from here, you have to select the billing address. So currently I have set this pricing for dollar. You can set it for any currency as per your currency, or you can set in multiple currency as well. There is no problem. So I'll come back here. I have to select United States because that's the currency I have selected. And for the address, I'll go with the dummy one. Select this dummy one. Now I can click on this pay, and it's going to make the payment. And once the payment will complete, we're going to have more credit in our account. So just wait. Once the payment will complete, the credit will reflect in our account. So the payment is processing. And here the payment is completed. We redirect here and we finally got our. So make sure to reload. And if you can come back here, you can see we got 500 credit. Earlier it was 17. Now we have 2294 credit. So if you want to buy more, you can simply come here and you can able to buy more credit. So that's how our application would look like. It's absolutely powerful. It looks absolutely stunning. So that's how we can buy credit and we can generate more image. Now what I will do, I'll simply click here and I'm going to log out from the application. So once I will click on this sign out, it's going to log out from the application, and you can see I'm redirected to the login page. But if you go to the home page, you will see the images back in the background, but you can't able to have the access of any one of the service. First, you have to create an account. If you already have your account, you can simply log in. So if I want to log in with the same account which I was, so I have to give the email ID and the password. So I'll say the chain DERScoders@gmail.com. And what I will do, I'll simply type the wrong password. And the moment I will click on this login, we'll have a real-time authentication, wrong credential. So if I want to have the access, I have to give the right password. So it's my test account. That's why I'm showing you my credential. So this is the very weak password which I have said. Now if I click on this login, I will be logged into the application. Now I have the access. If I click on here, I can see the credit I have. So that's how anybody can log in. If I want to log out, I can simply click on log out and I'm logged out with the application. You can go to any pages. This is the only component you will see. First you have to log in, then you can able to have the access of any one of the feature we are providing. So let's get and create an account this time. So I'll click here, and here you have to provide these 4 details: name, email address, password, and password confirm. So first I have to provide the name. I'll say Daulat. Then I have to give the email ID. So daulat@gmail.com. I have to give the password. I'm going to set the same password, and I can set the same password. Or what if I'm giving the wrong password? There's no confirmation. So we are doing this real-time validation. So if I click on this sign up, it's going to give me this warning that the password is not matching. So I have to simply provide the exact password. Now if I click on the sign up, we're going to have this. So it says that username or email already exists. Okay, so I have to change my email ID. So I'll say 92929292, or I can click on the sign up. This time I have to change this Hussain and click on the sign up, and it's going to make a call, and finally we have created our account. So we are doing 3-step validation. You can see the email and the number of free credit you will get. So when you will create your first account, you will have this free credit. So once you use your free credit, after that you have to buy credit. So let's come back here and use this particular credit. So if I come back to the history, you will see that I have not generated any image for this account. So that's why it's empty. If you go to the like section, we haven't liked any picture with this account. So if I come back here and if I try to like any particular one, so I'll click here, I'll like this image, and this image will be reflected here in the like page. So here we got it. You can click and you can able to have the details, or you can download the image. So that looks fine. Now let's come back to the generate. So if you click here, you will have the same option. So I'll say boy playing in the field. I'll say game game boy, and you can select the model. So this time I'm going to use DALL-E 3, and this time I will use this nature, and I will use a different size. So in this time I will go with this one, and I can click on this generate, and it's going to make the call to our AI, and it's going to generate the image. Once the image will be generated, you will see it will reflect in our application, and we can able to see and download it. And finally, we have generated this image. Looks absolutely incredible. You can simply download it, and we can simply close that one and reload the page, and you will see every single data is got updated. So this is the one we have generated. It looks absolutely stunning, futuristic. You can simply like it, and it looks incredible. Click on it, like it, and we have liked it. Now if you come back here in the Instagram, we haven't generated any one, but if you want to see in your credit list, you will have 2 left. So let's close this one. Now let's write the prompt. So we'll say boys working out in the field, and we'll say the tag is going to be boy, because that's the focus keyword we have. And we can come back here. This time I'll go with this one, and this time I'll select this, the Instagram one, and click on this generate, and it's going to generate this beautiful image which we can utilize in our social media platform. So just wait. So we have generated that one. You can see it looks absolutely beautiful. You can come back here, reload the page, and here we got it. So if you come back here in the Instagram, there is no one, but if you come back to the reel, this is the one we have generated. You can simply click, and you can able to like and copy. If you copy this URL, and you can share with your friend on Instagram or anywhere. So that's what you can share. How? So looks good. Now let's see how many credits we have. This time 1 credit is left. Now let's create the last one. After that, we're going to see something else. So we'll say mouse flying, and we'll say animal, and I'll select the same one, DALL-E model, and this time I'll select this. Actually I can go with this one and click on generate, and it's going to make a call to our API, and it's going to generate. So just wait. So here we have got our image. It looks beautiful. Big eye, you will have wings, and you can see it's flying in the air. Now you can simply come back here, reload the page, and you will see we got all that. So this is the mouse, this is the YouTube, and this is the reel. Looks good. Now if you come back here, you will say 0 credit, and now you will have this particular option called buy credit. Now you cannot able to generate. You can give all the instruction, but you cannot able to generate. So you can click here, it will take you to the account page. If you have to buy the credit, so I'll buy 10 credit, like 50. So I have to make the payment $10. I'll say go with this one. I'll say share, and I can simply make the payment, say no, and the payment is processing. Once the payment will complete, you will have the credit. So last time we have bought 500 credit, but this time we are buying 50 credit for $10. So just wait, let the transaction get complete, and we will be redirect here, and you can see we have successfully bought the credit. Reload the page. Now you can come back here, and you can see we got favorite credit. Now you can simply close this one, come back to the generate. You will have an option to generate. So every single thing is working fine. You can see how we have built this entire powerful product, and that's what exactly you're going to build in this particular project. You can select, and you can pick different models. So we have this 2 model, and it will automatically refresh and change the data in every single place in our application. So you can pick the model, but I will go with the V3. It looks incredible, and this looks powerful. Now let me show you the responsiveness, because this application is ready for everything. So I can simply do the inspect element, and you can see that's how our application is going to look on this screen size. But the moment I will narrow down, you will see this is how it's going to look on a mobile device. So we have nice footer navigation. You can simply click, and you can go to the different section of our application. So you can come back here, and here we are in the generate section. You can go to the history section. Here we are in the history section. That's how it's going to look. If you come back to the like section, this is how our like section would look like. You have a futuristic look. You can click on this account, and you will be in the account section. From there you can pick all the details. You can simply click here, and you can able to see all the details. Looks absolutely great. So close it up. Now you can come back here, and you will see that we are in the history, and we have created this particular image. You can go to the different tab. This is the one we have generated. You can go to the different tab. If I simply log out with the application, you can see, and try to log in. So I can see this is how it's going to look. It's 100% responsive. Now let me give the email ID. So I'll say coders.com, and I can simply click on login, and it's going to log into the application, and you will see that looks good. We have this 2 column. If you go to the 3rd column, that's how it's going to look. We're going to have 3 column. So we have used the grid system in our project. You can go to the different section, and it's going to automatically fit based on the screen sizes. Got it? You can simply click here, and it's going to have the details about the images. If you click here, and you can simply click on the image, you're going to have the details. So the cart section is 100% responsive based on the screen. So every single thing looks absolutely incredible. I hope you guys will enjoy, and you can see that what exactly we have built and what exactly you're going to build in this complete project. So it looks absolutely incredible. It's 100% responsive. You can simply click here, and you can change the model, and here the model is changed real time. You can go to the different section, and that's what you can see here. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly coming up in the project and what exactly you're going to build. This is one of the projects which you have to include at the time of AI, because we have this AI model and we have to utilize it in our day-to-day project. So that's what you're going to learn in this project, that how you can build. So if you want to delete, I don't want to delete this one, so I can do that very easily. So I can come back to my history, and I'm going to delete the other which I have generated with the V2 model. So let's come back to the home page, because these are the good images. I want to delete the bad one. So I'll change the model, and here you can see this is the image we have generated. If I come back to the YouTube, this is the cat we have, but this not looks that great. So I want to delete this. So I can simply click on this delete, and it's going to simply delete that. So just click delete, and here we have deleted the image successfully. Now if you come back to the YouTube, you will see it's gone. We have only one. It's gone. If you come back in the home page, you can able to see there is no image, but if you come back to the history, you will see it will not reflect here either. It's gone. So we have successfully deleted. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we're going to build. I hope you guys have enjoyed the entire demo. Now we're going to start working on our project. So first we have to create a folder. You can create wherever you want. I'll call it AI art, and that's the folder we have to open in our VS Code. So simply click on VS Code, and here we have it. Click on this open, and the folder we have created on the desktop. So that's what I'm going to simply select here. So once you have the folder, you will see we don't have anything in here, and now we have to get the starter file, and that I have provided all the assets, all the files which is required to build this particular project. So we can simply come back here to the blockchain coder, and there you will find all the assets about all the project we have built on the channel. So I would suggest you to build at least 5 projects. So come back to the source code section. There you will find all the project along with the starter file. So simply try to build 5 projects. All of this project which you can see, it's industry ready. So try to build NFT marketplace, supply chain, crowdfunding, chat application. That's all the project we have here. So to get the starter file, we can simply click here, go to the recent one, and there you will find that this is the project which we have to get it, the starter file. So click on this get now. Here you will find the starter file. So simply click here, and it will take you to GitHub, and from here you can able to clone the entire starter file repository. So in that you will find that I have given all the instruction, all the setup videos, what are the node version you need to have in your project. That's all is given here. So you can simply have a look, but we're going to do that all together. So make sure to clone the repository. So simply click here, copy that. Now open your VS Code, and let me expand this one, and let me clone the repository. So I'm going to simply zoom a bit, open my terminal. So I'll press Control and backtick, and it's going to open my terminal. You can open it from here as well, and you can click on node terminal, and it will open a new terminal for you as well. So I'm going to delete the new one. Now I have to simply clone the repository. So what I will do, I'll simply say git clone, and I'll paste the entire URL. So this is the entire URL of our GitHub repository, and you have to give this dot. This means that you want to clone the repository in the same folder. You don't want to create a new folder inside the folder, and hit enter. And it's going to clone the repository in few seconds. So here it's cloning. Once it will get done, you will have the entire folder file structure we have designed in the particular project. So it's taking a little bit time because the files and folders are quite huge. So just wait few more seconds to go, and once it will be cloned successfully, we'll have the entire project folder and file structure. And finally, the entire cloning process is completed, and we have cloned the entire repository. Now let me simply close this one, and let me give you a quick walkthrough of the entire code structure we have designed. So first I'm going to delete this one. I want you to delete that as well. You will find we have a couple of folder and the readme file. Here you will find all the instruction which I have already given, which we're going to explore together. So that's all you will find here. Now we can, so the very first folder we have is the API. In that you will find the entire folder and file structure we have built for our backend system. So the very first folder we have inside the API is the control, where we're going to manage all the functionality. So we have the auth, where we're going to deal with the authentication. Then we have the post and user control. In that we're going to write all the different functionality. After that we have this middleware. We have the first one is the error, in which we're going to handle all the error is happening in our backend API. Then we have this verify token, which allow us to verify the token through the token authentication. So that's what we're going to simply do it. This is the middleware. Then we have the models. So we have this two model, one for the post and the other one is for the user. Then we have the router. In that we have the auth router, post router and user router. After that we have this upload. So all the file we're going to upload, which I have generated in the testing process, which you guys have seen. You can see all of these files we have generated to our AI model. So that's all you will find here. So that's all we're going to test it. Then we have this get, simply ignore this one. Now we have to come back to the config file, and here we have to get all of this important credentials. So you have to get your app name, username, password name and MongoDB URL. So that's all we have to get it from MongoDB. I will show you that how you can create your account, how you can get all of this data. So just follow along with the project. And here we have this index file where we're going to run our server and do all the setups. Now we can simply come back to the package.json file. There you will find all the packages we are utilizing in our project. So we have given the name, here we have the script, and here we have all the packages. As long as you are using the exact package, no matter after how many years you are building the project. So if you are building this project after 5 years of it's published, it will work absolutely fine as long as you use the exact version. So make sure to use the exact version, and these packages are very powerful. Sharp, NodeMon, Multer, like JWP token. When you're going to deal with authentication in the real world project, we use this one. We have the cookie parse. All of these packages are up to date and it's industry required. We use heavily in the industry when we work in any kind of project. So that's what we have here. So first we're going to work on the API, and we have the next one is the app UI. In that you will have the app structure. So this is the pages, these are the pages we're going to build it. This is the details one, this is the generate one, this is the history, this is the home, this is the homeland, like home, mobile. We have the other pages. That's all you can able to find. That's all we're going to build it together. So this is the UI component images we have. Close this one. Now we have the connecting. In that you will find that we have imported the API. So this is the API we're going to build. That's what we're going to import it. Here we have the component, we have the global component, we have the page component, and we have the SVG icon, which I have already provided to all of you guys. This is already given in the starter file. And here we are importing all the files, all the components which we are utilizing in our application. Close this one and close this one. Now we have the data, in which I have given you a couple of dummy data, so you can simply play around with this. That's all we have here. Then we have the pages. So these are the pages we're going to deal with. Here we're going to do the setup of our application, the context management. Then we have the account, aperture, history, index, like, login. That's all we have here. Then we have the public, in which we have the entire assets. This is the logo. You can simply replace the image and give the exact name which I have given. And here we have the blockchain coder logo. I hope you guys are already familiar because you guys got the starter file from the same place. Then we have the CSS file. Here we have written all the CSS for this particular project. So we have imported the CSS file, and then we have written the custom CSS. Looks good. Now we can simply come back here to the upload, in which we're going to do the upload of our project. So that's all we have here. This is all the images we have generated. You can see it looks absolutely fine. That's all you will find here. So I'll show you how you can generate the dynamic name. So you can see this name you can generate as per your requirement. We have the date, you can give the timestamp, you can give a custom name. That's all you can define. That's also you will learn. We have the upload. Then we have the utils, in which we're going to write our utility function for interacting with the backend. Here we have this environment variable. This is the entire environment variable we are using in our frontend part. So you have to get your own OpenAI key, and that's what you have to provide here. This is the folder location. So when the image will be generated from the AI, we have to store that in this particular folder. So if you come back here, you will find this. This is the upload folder in which we are uploading. That's what we have here. Then we have our domain name, means the branding. You can call whatever you want. And here you have to provide your Stripe payment link, which I will show you. Here we have the Pro Maximum link, which we're going to utilize it for provide the access based on the Pro plan and starter file. So don't need to make any changes. This is the credit we are providing in each one of these plans. So in the starter file, we are providing 50 credit. In the Pro plan, we are providing 300 credit, and the Max plan we are providing 500 credit. So you can simply print around with this data. So all you have to do is to get your OpenAI key and Stripe payment URLs, which I will show you. That's what we have here. So simply close this one. Now we can come back to the get ignore, simply ignore this one. Now we can come back to the config.env, and here we have to provide all of these details related to our backend server. So you don't need to make any changes here. This should be fine. You can call whatever you want to this particular text, but make sure to call in the exact fashion, and it should be greater than 32 characters, because the more length you will have, it would be good to encrypt the data. So you can call whatever you want. You don't need to call exactly this. You can call whatever you want. It's totally up to you. And here you have to provide your MongoDB URL, which we're going to generate together. So I'll show you everything. So close this one. Now we can come back to the index file, and here we're going to simply import the index, means our backend server from this file. And we're going to also do the changes as per our Next.js application to run the front end as well. So it's going to be a combination of backend and the front end. Then we can come back to the package.json file. This is where I have imported all the files along with the front end and the back end. That's all you will find here. So you don't need to make any changes in the packages. Just keep it as it is. Got it? And here we have this front end. Then we have this front end. So we're going to simply build the front end. And there you will find that we have the exact folder structure, exact components. We're going to build it. So first we'll start with the API. After that, we're going to simply connect and start building the front end right up here. So what I will do, I'll simply delete this one. Delete this one. And we already have this entire front end component structure like here. That's we're going to start building right up here. But we have to build our API separately, because I want to teach you everything that how you can build a backend API. So this is the entire folder and file structure of our project. I hope you guys have understood the entire folder and file structure, that how we have designed the architecture and what are the things we're going to include in our project. So before we move ahead and start providing all those environment variables, we have to check a couple of requirements. So I'm using this particular node version. Simply type node node-v, and this is the one I have. If I check my npm-v, this is the npm version we have, but we're not going to use this one because it's not stable at the moment which I'm recording. It's in the testing phase. So we're going to use a more stable version of our project. So if I come back to the readme file, there you will find that I have given all the details about the node version. So it will work fine with the latest one and the old version as well, but we're going to go with more stable one. We're going to go with the exact version. If we find that we are facing any issue, we're going to definitely change with that, because I want to show you every single thing that how you can play around with the node version. If you want to downgrade or upgrade your node version, you can do that very easily. You can simply use this nvm and type ls remote remote, and it's going to give you all the list of node version I have. I hope you guys know what is nvm. Nvm stands for node version manager. It's going to give you a list of all the node version which you can simply pick. Like this too is the most stable version we have at the moment, and this is the new one which is in the testing phase, and this is the stable one we have. Got it? So we're going to simply play around with this node version along with the tutorial. So it looks good. Now we can simply come back here and we can start working on the API section, where we're going to take all of this environment variable. Perfect. So let me quickly get this environment variable and show you how you can get that. Okay. So to get the environment variable for MongoDB, we have to come back to Mongo. So let's open a new tab and type MongoDB, and you will come back here, click on the very first link, and it will take you here. MongoDB is a really powerful platform, and it's free to use to build application like this, where you can simply utilize it to build a scalable application. So if you haven't watched my complete course which I have on the MongoDB, so you can simply come back here, and there you will have the complete API course which I have built. So this is the complete API course. We have called it NFT Marketplace, but it's a global API. In that I have covered every single thing that how you can build a scalable application. So make sure to follow this. This will teach you every single thing about the API development. So make sure to follow the complete API. Once you complete this project, after that I would suggest you that if you really want to take your skill to the next level in API development, then follow this. You will master complete backend development in this using MongoDB, Express and Node.js. So first build the project and take the understanding. After that you can switch back to this specific API course for global approach. Like you can build e-commerce, chat application, everything you can apply this backend structure we have built. Now simply close this one, come back to the MongoDB, and this looks pretty fine. Make sure to create your account. I already have my account, so I will simply logged in. I'm finally logged into my MongoDB dashboard, and you will see this is how the interface is looking. And if I click on this, I already have a bunch of projects which I have created, and this is the one which I have used to show you the demo. You can see this is all the files which I have uploaded and created. That's all you will find here. If I come back to the database, there you will find all the files which I have created during the development. That's all you will find. So if you go back to the browse collection, there you will find the files we have. So just wait, it's loading that, and there you will find all the data about the post, about the user. That's all is reflecting. So to create a new database, all you have to do is to simply come back here, and we have to simply come here and click on this new, or you can simply click on this view all project, and it will show you all the project which you have already created. To create a new project, you can simply click on this new project and it will take you here. You can simply give the name. So I'll say, and here you have to give the project name. I'll say AI art, the BLOCKCH chain coder. Got it? You can call whatever you want. Now you have to keep the name, copy that one, and first thing you have to come back here, and here you have to call the app name. So I'll paste here. Let's give this. This is the name I have called. I'll click on the next with this. Now I'll click on this create project. It's creating the project, and now here we got it. So it will take a little bit time, and now you have to click on this create a cluster, and it will take you to the create page. And here it's give you 3 options, so you can go with this one, or this one, but I will go with the free one, and it will give you this much storage, which is enough for this application. So I'll select this, and you can keep it as it is. You can change your location as per your, but it's automatically going to detach based on your country. So you can find list of all. I'll go with this Mumbai. And once you're done with that, you can give a specific tag, but I will keep it as it is. So click on this create deployment, and it's going to create. This process might take a little bit time, and here it will give you a bunch of options. So you have to give a user ID which you want to use it. So let me call this, I'll say the chain CODERS coders. That's the user ID, and password is going to be, let's say, the blockchain coder. I will use the exact one, password. Got it? You have to simply copy that one, and that's what you have to provide as a username, and that's what you have to provide as a password. Got it? Once you're done with that, now you have to click on this create database user, and it's going to create it. And here you will find that your API is connected with this one. Here you have to click on this choose connection method, and here it will give you a bunch of options, and here you have to select this driver, click on this, and here you will have the entire string of your project. So simply copy this URL, and that's what you have to paste here. Paste here. Got it? Now let me remove this one, because this is going to be the name of our project. And now you have got the entire environment variables of your database. Now once you're done with that, now simply click on this done. Here we have created the database. You can simply close all of this, and now we have to simply set the network configuration. So we can come back here, click on this network access, and you have to change your IP address, because currently this particular application is only, click on this. Now you can able to access this particular backend from any IP address. So make sure to change that. It will take a little bit time, just wait. And here we have activated. Now we can able to access the backend API from any network, any internet connection. So once you're done with that, now you can simply close this one, and come back to the code. So we got all the environment variable for our backend API. Now we are ready to start building our API. So simply close this one, and now come back to the controller. And first we'll start with, not controller, we'll start with the models. So we have 2 models, post and user. So we're going to start with post, user. After that, we're going to start working on the controller. After that, we're going to start working on the middleware. Then we're going to start working on the router. After that, we're going to start building our API connection, and we're going to test all of that. Absolutely looks perfect. Got it? So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video, because this video is already getting very long. And in the next video, we'll start completing our entire backend API. After that, we're going to connect, and we're going to simply test. So it's going to have close to 3 to 4 videos. In that, we're going to simply complete the entire project. So let's move to the next video.